I'm Lynn Serrano with Live, Love, Laugh, and Let Go Out Loud. I am super, super excited about my guest today because I found her and became instant friends with her on the Clubhouse. I'm bringing the Clubhouse to Facebook and YouTube, and I'm super, super excited about that. I appreciate you being here. I'm going to do a little intro video of her, and you're just going to see the light and the beacon that I know that she is. We're going to talk about some lighthearted and some heavy topics, and so we'll be right back. Hold on. My new friend, Gigi. Well, she likes to be called Gigi, and I messed up the little brackets there. But Gigi, welcome to my Live, Love, Laugh, and Let Go Out Loud. I appreciate you being here. We didn't get to talk beforehand, but so we're going to go for a crazy wild ride here. I just love you so much. I'll let you introduce yourself, and then we'll just start getting going.
Thank you. Yes, it's such an honor to be here. Thank you for having me, Lynn. Now, I'll backtrack here a little bit and I'll tell you a little bit about me. My parents came to this country from Haiti around 35 years ago, and my parents instilled in my brothers and I the importance of obtaining an education. So I did. I attended the University of Central Florida in Orlando, obtained my BA in political science pre-law and sociology. And during my undergrad studies, I interned for the senator, and then I pursued a degree in law. While in law school, I became the SBA president, the Student Bar Association president, which means I oversaw all the organizations in the law school. But here's the thing, little did I know I was being abused at home. So I'll never forget one day I was sitting on the couch after I had just got done studying, and I was on the phone call with a colleague from SBA, and the abuser charged at me and almost strangled me to death, beat me, threw my phone across the room. And I'll never forget when I tried to get back up, I fell flat like a vegetable. And at the time, I didn't understand why, but the domestic violence advocates told me it's because I lost oxygen to the brain. And now, you see, I'm truly grateful to be here since almost losing my life almost 2 years ago. And I haven't stopped to serve God's people. I will continue to serve God's people for the rest of my life.
So I'm just thankful that Clubhouse connected us. And, I didn't even know all that when I met you on there, but there's something about meeting people and just feeling like you can empathize with them or you relate. You don't need words. It's just a wonderful thing how we connected on there. And I'm so excited to have you here because you guys might want to share this out. It's going to be great. We're going to start lighthearted first, and then we're going to get into some special topics. So let's just start with, oh, look at me. I'm trying to get in my right area here. Let's see. What meaning does living your best life have for you personally?
It means to utilize all of our skills for the greater good, for God, to fulfill God's purpose for our lives. Because ultimately, if we have the skills and the knowledge to serve God's people, then we need to utilize those skills.
Absolutely. Hi, you girl. I just love you. I just love you already. I'm just trying to get all ready over here. Okay, so what do you love in your life other than your family right now?
Other than my family, great question.
Mm-hmm.
I truly love what I'm doing now, serving God's people and speaking all over the world to help people achieve their goals.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We're going to get some heavy duty stuff here soon. So I'm just breaking the ice with just these few things with you. But what makes you laugh?
I love random jokes. Okay, so I can sit there and I can watch
it. Oh, good.
But yes, I love random jokes.
Good, because I always ask people, do you know a really good joke by heart? So I'm going to throw a couple of those and you're going to shell those out. But I like to make people laugh at goofy things like this.
I may not be TikTok famous, but I have never posted a video of me shaking my butt for likes.
And if the beat live, you know Lil Juke made it. Yaddy, 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 yaddy.
That's my daily exercise now. So I just had to make you laugh, girl. Oh man. Oh wait, Ernest, you need to come on to my show if you like jokes. You like jokes? I have jokes. Oh man, that's good. Now I know I'm gonna pick him on for being here for some jokes. That's awesome. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate you sharing that out. Yeah, I'm all over the place with these questions today. We're going to get into this and then maybe some other topics here. But what things have you let go out loud? And obviously, you let go out loud a lot of things to be able to write a #1 seller book. And we'll get into some of those topics here soon. But to be vulnerable like that and share that, I'm so excited for you to elaborate on that.
That's right. Well, I was sexually assaulted when I was 8 years old. And that's something I let go of out loud because I never really shared that growing up. But it truly affected my social relationships growing up and just everything in my life. It started at a very young age. It really had a huge effect on my life and the person that I had become, and just my trust in others. It lacked a lot. But now I have transformed since then. I have really stepped up and shared my story, especially since it happened again as an adult. And this is what I teach people, that you can take all the precautions you want in your life. But if something like this happens to you, do not blame yourself. Too often individuals blame themselves. And what happens is they end up staying down. They end up going into depression, live in fear, have anxiety. And those things, you're living a negative life when you're living in that circumstance, and you really have to bounce back. And that's why I talk about the resilient mindset, because you need to be able to shift your mindset from a negative mindset to a positive mindset, and you need to be able to maintain it. But here's the thing, it doesn't just stop at a positive mindset. You need to be able to also have a resilient mindset.
Yeah, I'm excited because we are going to talk about that here in a little bit. So you guys might want to share this out because it's just information that should be shared. So I'm going to ask you, what inspires you to inspire others?
Yes, I love to see people succeed. I love to see people happy, and I love to help others. And with the skills and the knowledge that I have, if I'm able to do so, why not help people? I think that it's very selfish to have those skills and the knowledge and to keep it to yourself. So really, I just truly love helping others.
Gigi, I love you. I just love you.
Love you.
What tells you the most about a person?
I can tell a lot about a person based off of the few questions that I ask them, to really know if they come from a genuine place. It doesn't really take much to really know if someone's coming from a genuine place, because you can tell, right? Have you ever met someone and you ask them a question and you can really just tell if they're genuine? Some people don't hesitate, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's just it. Most of the things we say is a reflection of ourselves and not others. So that's one big key. So I'm going to throw this out here because we're going to get into some deep topics, you guys. And so I'm just breaking the ice for everybody that's coming on board right now. So I'm going to ask you this. You probably didn't even see this coming because you're just my new clubhouse friend, but listen closely.
So have you ever got...
There you go. So come on, check the here. There we go. Oh.
So have you ever gotten yourself in a pickle? What kind of pickle would you say you got yourself into? That you learned the most valuable lesson ever.
And something fun, just share with us.
Yes, something fun. Oh my goodness. That's a great question. Wow. Yes. Something fun. I would definitely say maybe on the basketball court. Maybe on the basketball court, right? I'm a basketball player.
Do you share?
Yes, of course. So I mean, you can find yourself in a lot of different situations when you're on the basketball court. I mean, you're just playing away, and here's the thing: when something like a layup, something as easy as a layup, you can find yourself in certain situations, right? So I'll never forget. There was a man we were playing against on the other team, and he was coming to do the layup. And here's the thing: I was near the end of the basketball court, and when he went to go shoot, he just literally by accident, slam dunk. And that's the thing. So you really have to be careful on the basketball court.
So you were in the wrong place at the right time?
Right. Wrong place at the wrong time. Yes. Right.
That would be a pickle. I agree. That's very good. Here we go. What is your personality traits that has been the most useful?
Let's see. Most useful. I would just say being myself. I don't see myself being any other way. Being myself, because I think that's
Wonderful.
very.
We got. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go right ahead.
Ernest came up with. He goes. I got. You want to read that? Go ahead.
I got myself into a
I
pickle
got
yesterday.
myself in a pickle. Oh man. Another police officer forced me to pull over, and he asked me why I ran. Simple. I ran off the cops and looked like you, and yeah, I thought you were trying to bring her back. He gave me a speeding ticket anyways. That's a good one. Oh, he did. He definitely got jokes, doesn't he? He's got some
Yes.
jokes. So, whoops, nope, that's not what I want to ask. What's taking you the longest to get decent at? Is that basketball?
Oh, really? Yes, yes. I would definitely say it was a lot of practice to get to where I'm at today. A lot of folks, they look at me and they say, "Oh my goodness, you could play basketball." And then when they see me switch up my outfit, they say, "Oh my goodness, I didn't even think you can play basketball. I didn't even think you could play sports." I said, "Oh my goodness, really? Wow." And I even mentioned that in my book during, just pickup games at the park. A lot of the men, they said, you can play. Oh my goodness. I said, yes. And then, they tell me, I can play. I can play. Like, it's a game, right? It's not about the gender. It's about the sport, right?
Absolutely. I just love you. Okay, so here we go. You talk on big platforms and you talk about different things. So if we could spend like a couple minutes on each of these topics that I bring up, that would be great. So you talk about what is resilient mindset and leadership training. So you want to share a little bit about that?
Yes, of course. So in regards to leadership, I believe a true leader should be able to bounce back quickly and maintain a resilient mindset, because as leaders, people are looking up to you. People come to you for guidance and assistance. So if you have a negative mindset, how can you assist someone else? Especially if your cup is not filled, how can you fill other people's cups? How can you help other people? You need to really be able to maintain a resilient mindset. Again, it's a process in regards to the negative mindset and the positive mindset. You need to be able to shift your mindset from a negative mindset to a positive mindset, but you need to be able to do so within a 3 second to 5 second window. But then it doesn't just stop at the positive mindset. Again, you need to be able to maintain a resilient mindset. That truly matters.
So what do you do? Like a 5-second rule? Or, I mean, you just start thinking about something else? Because I know when I start feeling that way, I have to start grabbing my tools of what makes me happy and joy and that kind of stuff. So what do you recommend people do in your training?
Right. I would definitely recommend them to do something that they're passionate about, or something that does make them happy, and shift your mindset, or think about something that you're happy about, that makes you happy.
Yeah. So, all right, let's go to the next one. What domestic violence is and the signs to look out for in regards to domestic violence. And, it's really sad that by the time I was done with all my domestic abuse and violence, there was only 4 things that didn't pertain to me out of, I don't know, 50 or so. So.
Wow. And you're truly a warrior, Lynn, I tell you that. Yes, ma'am. So you asked about what domestic violence is, and it's the abuse of anyone really in regards to your spouse or your family member. And I really want to focus in regards to the different aspects that are tied to domestic violence. It's not just physical. Too often, that's all that's being spoken about in our society, but we need to stop that, because it's more than just physical violence. It's also emotional, mental, and financial. It's so many different aspects. So what I did last year, I held the global virtual panel of domestic violence survivors, and we had leaders from all over the world who overcame domestic violence, who are survivors, to share their stories in regards to the different aspects in regards to domestic violence, because we really, really, really need to educate others in regards to what domestic violence truly is. Now, the signs you ask about, it's tied to a narcissist character trait, the abuser, which I mentioned the chart in my book for those signs to look out for in regards to a narcissist, because I want people to understand what it is so that they know the signs to look out for. So it's all about positive intervention, right? for positive prevention. And that's how we get the positive solutions, by educating individuals in regards to what domestic violence truly is and those signs to look out for. And also too, gaslighting is another one. Stonewalling is another sign. Look out for those signs and follow your gut instinct and your those red flags as well.
Yeah, for sure. I find that people don't understand when you're in a relationship that manipulates and not allows you to be you. Those are signs that at first you just need to you need to listen to your intuition. Intuition really can help you in those situations. Now I'm going to go back to what Ernest said here. To change my mood, I massage my earlobes between my thumbs, index fingers, and whoops, it works like magic. Yeah, I've done that for like a sore or earache, or I've done that for like a toothache or something, but I didn't ever think of it for changing my mood. So that's good. And my friend Tammy, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. And so now let's talk a little bit about what sex assault is and the signs to look out for in regards to sexual assault.
Yes, it's the unwanted touching from another person. And also, you really need to look out for just someone who's really not respecting those boundaries in regards to you saying no or any type of physical touch. But in my case, so when it happened when I was 8, of course, both were unwanted. But here's the thing. That one happened in regards to, it happened right after an event. So after my ballet practice, it happened. And as an adult, it happened. I was taken from a group of individuals that I was out with. So that's what I'm trying to teach people. So the first one, I was very young at the time, very young, right? And when it happened as an adult, I was taken. So those are two different scenarios for you to look at in regards to the unwanted touching from another person.
Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. And she does have a book out, which I'm sure we could put the link after we're done in the comments. That would be great, Gigi, for anybody that's interested in getting your book. So what's the biggest factors that helped you be successful after getting out of your own way and realizing that you could either be a victim or you could be a conqueror?
The biggest factor that has helped me to be successful, I would say never giving up. Never give up. No matter what happens to you in your life, you need to be able to bounce back. Don't give up. Don't give up, because, and you know what? A lot of people, they give up because they say, oh, it didn't happen this way. It didn't happen that way. Oh my goodness, I got knocked down. Well, I'm here to tell you, if there's a detour in your life, 9 times out of 10, it happened for a reason. God caused that delay for a reason, that detour for a reason. It's a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise. And here's the thing. We can make our plans, but God knows the plans he has for us. Don't give up.
Oh, you gave me chills on that one, girlfriend. You gave me chills on that. I love it. I love it. So what are some of your successful habits to keep you focused with that strong mindset you have of not giving up? Because I love that advice, not giving up.
Thank you. Yes. So of course, to maintain that resilient mindset, it all goes back to that, because again, in life, you never know what's going to happen. You can take all the precautions you want, but anything may be bound to happen to you. And what I'm saying is, when that happens, you need to be able to be ready to bounce back. And that's what I teach in my infinite goal building program. I teach individuals how to be able to maintain that resilient mindset, and about leadership as well, and about really setting goals and understanding that don't let anything cause you to stop reaching your goals. Don't give up on your goals or your dreams.
Absolutely. I'm trying to find here. I want to get back. Oh, here we go. So I got to get into this, especially Ernest being here. What's the funniest jokes you know by heart? I've been dying to answer this question.
That's a great question. Oh my goodness. You see, I just love random jokes so much, but I'm not a jokester. I can't make jokes. Like, but then
But you've heard of jokes.
Yes,
Her
but I think
jokes.
I'm so funny, and I don't even try to be funny. I mean, yes.
Oh,
No,
so you can't you so you can't remember a gist of a joke that's always funny when you think about it?
I don't remember a joke, but I can tell you a joke. I can try. Yes.
Go for it.
Okay. Why couldn't the elephant get out of the cage?
Why couldn't the elephant get out of the cage?
And that one's for your audience as well. Why couldn't the elephant get out of the cage?
Okay, you guys, you got to give her the answer before she gives it to us. So help me out here. Tammy, help me out. Why? Why do you think? Da, 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 da.
Anyone
Hey, you
come in to
guys,
do that?
answer that question. Why did the elephant couldn't get out of the cage? Come on, I'm calling for a lifeline right now. Shoot, I just lost viewers because they're like, oh, it's going to pick me out.
Okay, should I just give the answer away? Are they ready?
Oh, wait. I think I got one. Oh, Tammy. She says she don't know. And then she goes, And then she answered, thank you, Tammy. And now I got an extra viewer because they're like, oh, Tammy stepped up. I ain't saying nothing.
Oh, that's
Thank
hilarious.
you, Tammy. Okay, so she's gonna what? So why can't the elephant get out of the cage?
Because the elephant was chained. The elephant was chained. And here's the spin on this joke, right? Is that too often people are living their life with chains. You need to break free. Break free. You're not an elephant. Break free. Break free.
It's funny you say that because I tell people, it seems like we get captured in a cage. I tell people this, and the wings of a bird get clipped and they eventually grow back. And then that cage lids off and the bird doesn't know he can fly. So I said, look, we're humans. We're not chicken wings. So that's what he says. But right? We're not chickens. We got wings. We can fly. Oh my gosh. Anyways. All right. I cracked myself up. That was a corny joke, Lynn, but you know what? It's my show. I can get away with that. Oh man. Okay. So what hard times in your life left you a better person after it was finished, after you were finished?
Yes,
Oh,
definitely.
before you answer that, Ernest says, if you can chain an elephant long enough, soon you can restrain him with a small rope. Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely. All right. Thank you for that, Ernest. Go ahead. What time of
Yeah,
your life you're a better person after you finished? Probably after
definitely.
your schooling or something, right?
Well, here's the thing, definitely overcoming domestic violence and sexual assault. And I say that because it really had me step into my purpose in regards to just letting go and letting God and understanding that it's okay. Like no matter what happened when I was younger or anything like that in regards to the sexual assault. And again, I told you it affected my social relationships and my trust in people. But here's the thing, when God commands you to do something, which was to serve his people on this new spiritual platform he has given me, it required that I share those stories in regards to what happened when I was younger and what happened recently as well to help others. And so I said, okay, if it's going to help someone else, then why not do that? Why not share that? If it's going to help someone else. So that's what I did. I really had to step into my purpose.
Well, it's funny because I've been through all these different things. I mean, my resume is something that I used to be very ashamed of, but I'm also Generation X, where you to be seen, not heard. So coming out of that is refreshing to be surrounded by people that accept it, want you to be vulnerable. But it's not the time that I grew up. So speaking about it, when I turned 40 was definitely different, and I'm 55 now. So I've come a long way from that.
You look
So
30.
anyway. Oh, I love you. Gosh, don't look too close. I got little wrinkles, but that's from smiling. When I realized the frowns could bring more wrinkles, I smile, baby. I got to preserve myself. If you had one piece of advice to someone that's just starting out, what would it be just in life?
maintain a resilient mindset, be able to bounce back, because again, on this life journey, the reality is something may happen in your life that may cause you to get knocked down, but you need to be able to bounce back and bounce back quickly. You stay down, that's it. You have to bounce back and don't give up. In my book, I mentioned a poem that I wrote, Never Give Up. And that's the thing. Don't ever give up, no matter what happens to you in your life.
Well, do you mind reading that part in your book?
Yes,
You know where it's at, right?
yes,
Yeah, I think we'd love to hear that poem. Yeah.
yes. So are you all ready to hear this?
I'm listening, girlfriend.
Okay, here you go. Walls surround me. That's all I see. All I want is to be free. I scream at the top of my lungs, God, please help me. The back of my mind wants to give up. Then my heart reminds me that I'm one of a kind. I feel closed in with nowhere to go. Then I remember the beauty of life is to grow. It doesn't matter if you grow slow. Growing is the purpose of life in everyone. It doesn't matter how old you are, the color of your skin, your religion, your political views, the amount of money you make, the car you drive, how many friends you have, how many followers you have on social media, your job title, how tall or how short you are, your gender, your sexuality, your age, your fashion style, your body structure, the type of music you listen to, your family's culture, or anything else that our society's education system has altered our minds to focus on. Always remember, you are in control of your mind's reticular activating system. You focus on what you want to see, hear, and believe in. Therefore, growth is in everyone. Never give up. The light may seem dim right now, but all you need to do is wake up the reticular activating system in your mind, and you too will realize you are one of a kind. Never give up. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, you gave me chills on that. And Tammy just said she loved it. That was beautiful. I feel honored that you took time to share that. I'm thankful for the clubhouse. We got out of the club to come over here and share with everybody, not just discriminate against Android non-people. I mean, man, I'm just so blessed that I found you and that we are friends. And I'm just, I'm also going to bring up the fact that I'm blessed that you brought me into your group. I think that's going to be a great group if for some reason you want to be surrounded by people and more knowledge on sexual abuse or domestic abuse or mindset or anything. Let me know. I'm sure that I'm allowed to invite people to that group, right?
Yes, and that was the purpose
Okay.
of creating it. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
Okay, wonderful.
To help as
Let's
many
see here.
people.
Can I hug you right now?
Yeah.
Yes. And Tammy, I'm glad you felt the chills. I did, because that was so beautiful. That Gigi, that was just so, so beautiful. And let's see here. Okay, so what is your big, hairy, audacious goal? I know it sounds kind of weird, but I like it. Like audacious goals.
I love how you named that. Audacious goals. Very powerful.
I stole it from somebody else. Yeah. Yeah, I stole it from somebody else, but I was like, oh no, I got to ask that way.
Yes. So my big, hairy, audacious goals are to speak all over the world, to help as many people as I can, to serve God's people.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so what makes a person beautiful to you?
Them living them from being their authentic selves. I love when people are just themselves, authentic, their unique selves. Because you can tell when someone is not truly being themselves.
Absolutely. And that's how I feel about you, because gosh, we went right on to Messenger and did a video thing while you were driving, and I was going, and I just loved your energy. Like I was like, oh yeah, we got to do this. I got a booking. Let's get you in there. And it just, I mean, you're just right on it. I'm really impressed and honored that you even took this time out to educate my audience on who you are and how beautiful you are, and showing the light the world needs to see. So I love that. So what's one of your personality traits that has most been useful for you?
Again, everything goes back to being yourself, because why? How can you serve God's people if you're not yourself? How can you do that? Because God created, and I'm going to tell your audience this as well. God created you for a reason, to serve his people as God's servants. If you want to truly be useful as God's servants, then you need to be the person God created you to be.
Absolutely.
Be your authentic self, because he created you for a reason. And utilize all your skills and your knowledge to serve his people.
That's right. Tammy, you want to read this?
Yes. She says, I'm a survivor. Something happened in second grade. Then when I was 18, kidnapped, arm robbed, and raped in my car for 6 hours. Never give up. Amen, Tammy. My heart goes out to you.
I love you, girlfriend. I love you. And man, just and I love you, and I'm so proud of you. And I'm honored to call you my friend. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so what about this? What personality trait has gotten you in the most trouble?
Well, in the most trouble, I would say the random jokes, right? In trouble in a funny way, because I told you, I'm not a jokester, but they come out randomly. I don't know. That's just how I am.
I love that. That's quirky. Yeah, it's quirky. You better message me sometime when you got something random, because I'd love to hear it. That's for sure. What's the most spontaneous? Oh, go ahead. What were you going to say?
You told me it's okay to do so. Be ready. Watch out.
Yeah, or just voice me the joke, because I'll love it for the times I need it. What's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done?
Wow. Okay, for me, the most spontaneous thing I've ever done was just travel to a different state by myself, because I just said, and that was after I almost lost my life. I said, you know what? I haven't traveled. I haven't traveled. That was it. And for me, I said, you know what? I'm going to travel. And I did. And it felt so good.
So where are some of the places you've traveled into?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so here we go. Traveling. So let's go to this then. What's the best trip traveling wise you've ever had? You walked right into that question, girlfriend.
Yes. The best trip, California, somewhere I've
Really?
always wanted to visit. Yes.
Nice.
Thank you.
He goes, oh, that's a loaded question. Oh, I appreciate you still being here with us. That's awesome. So let's see. Okay, so what's the best thing? Come on. What's the best thing you got going on in your life at the moment?
Right now, I would say, again, it's to just continue to serve God's people. I'm working on my third book right now, Overcoming Heart Blocks. So the first book was Walk With Me. Second book was God First. This one is Overcoming Heart Blocks, and look out for it. It should release this year in 2021. And what this is about, it's because I've had to do that in my life. Remember, I told you what happened when I was 8 years old that affected everything in my life. If I did not overcome those heart blocks, which I'm going to discuss in my book, what that truly means, I would not be the woman before you today. It really takes a lot to do that, to step into that purpose and to overcome those heart blocks. And so I know I'm not alone in regards to that. I know that. And I want to help other people do the same. I don't want people to feel like they have to stay closed in, or that they can't trust others, or that they have to live in a place where it affects their social relationships. It's not a okay place to be. It's really not. It's really not. So yeah. I want to help people.
I love that. Now, Catherine Franco, she's an actress, and she's just one of my new friends, and I'm so excited. I'll have her on the show tomorrow. So she said the spontaneous are things I've never thought I would do. Good question. So Catherine, you better think about that, because there is not going to be no getting out of that question. So she said she has some good ones. So we'll stay tuned for that for tomorrow. Thank you for being here, Catherine. I appreciate you so much. So excited. So yeah, I'm really, really proud that, so I know what makes you unique, but what do you think makes you unique?
What makes me unique? I would go back and I would tell you this, that I have this ability again to just maintain a resilient mindset no matter what happens. And I believe that it's God's gift. It's God's gift so that I'm able to serve his people to the fullest capacity.
So do you feel that, did you take some therapy or something to help you get through that really broke you free? Or what was it about that made you realize that you were unique and that you had to keep being resilient? And I'm sure you're a scholar of the Bible, so I'm sure that helped you a lot.
Yes, and you hit it on the nail, because here's the thing. I literally read the Bible as a child and I reread it again as an adult. And the Bible is my best friend. I wake up reading the Bible and I go to bed reading the Bible. And here's the thing. When we read the Bible, God is speaking to us. That's God's word. We're building a relationship with him. So prayer truly matters. And I talk about that in my book, God First. And the reason why I wrote God First as well is because I want people to understand the importance of having God first place in their lives. We wouldn't have all these issues in society if people were to keep him first in his proper place, which is first. So my books are a sequence. Walk with me, God first, because what does the Bible say? Bring my people to me.
Yeah, we need a lot of love right now, Gigi, in this world. We need it more now than ever. And we need to remember why we love each other and why we should keep peace with one another. And I think if maybe people remember Bible, that's a book for you and me, we would be in a better place. That's without a doubt. I truly believe that. So do you have any favorite quotes?
Yes. Be the change you wish to see in the world.
I couldn't agree more. Let's see. What have you learned that you wish you learned sooner?
That's a great question. Oftentimes I get asked this question in regards to the sexual assault, because again, when it happened when I was 8, they asked this question and they ask, what would you go back and tell your younger self then? Because you know what you know now. And I think that ties into what you just asked there. What have you learned that you wish you learned sooner? Because here's the thing. It's all about understanding that everything is going to be okay, and understanding that God is with us wherever we go. Joshua 1:9 states, haven't I commanded you, be strong and courageous? Do not be afraid or discouraged, for your Lord, your God is with you wherever you go. So always remember, God is with you wherever you go.
Yeah. And I always say, lean not on your own understanding. And that's got me through saved me through a lot of different things myself. So Tammy says, oh my gosh, yes, need to share love with everyone. I love all people. Absolutely. And that's what it's about, people. That's why I've got this goofy little show here to just let people know that it's okay. Okay, so what tells you most about a person? We already talked about that one, I think. We did. Let me ask you this one. Here we go. If a genie granted you 3 wishes right now, what would you wish for?
I would wish for COVID to go away. Why? Because yes, it has caused everyone to have to pivot in a different way, right? In a different way. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is that it has affected how we do business in regards to be able to serve God's people on not only in-person events, but now we had to pivot to the virtual events. So I am so excited to get back to those live events and to be able to serve God's people during those live events. So that's 1. 2, to just be able to continue to travel the world. But again, that ties back to COVID, right? Because COVID has really affected that. But again, I have been hosting the virtual event. So it really hasn't stopped me from doing fulfilling God's purpose for my life. And then 3, I would say, this is a really great question, by the way. I love it. The 3rd wish would just be for the awareness of God first in our lives to be brought to the surface more. Because I truly believe that if individuals understood that importance of having him first in their lives, we wouldn't have all these issues. And, Tammy said, she talked about love, and it's very important to discuss that because there is so much hate, too much hate often in this world, where we need to realize that love conquers all. We weren't born from a place of hate. We all came into this world with love. I don't know what happened and where things went wrong.
Yeah.
But as God's servants,
Well,
as his children, we are the change makers. And again, it goes back to being the change we wish to see in the world. And too often individuals
That's
see
right.
others living from a place of hate and they say, okay, I'll just hate too. No. Don't change who you are because it's how someone treats you. You're the change maker. You're God's servant. Don't forget that. Don't lose yourself. You may lose yourself in the service to other people, but don't lose yourself. Always live
Right.
from a place of love. Love conquers all.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. Yep. And Tammy says here, I don't understand all the hate in the world, but I believe what's happening is all that hate in the world is all the things people hate about themselves, and they're spewing that out instead of working on the things they hate about themselves. And too much jealousy or looking up to other people instead of asking the questions to themselves of how that can be. So if people would reflect more inward and do some work on themselves, I think the world would be a better place, and realize, and we allow the shame, we allow the guilt, we allow, all the things that we did bad in our past, we allow that to dictate us thinking we're bad people. We're not bad people. We just didn't do better. And once you know better, you can do better. So Tammy says here, even though I've been through some bad experiences in my life, I still love and good in the world. Absolutely. I feel the same way. And so does Gigi here. We absolutely do. Okay. So can you recall a time in your life when you said, I would never do that, and you ended up doing it? Because people don't understand that how powerful that is. That's why I'm going to tell you, Gigi, I'm never going to be a billionaire. If that's how it goes, my mindset is I'm never going to be a billionaire, and I'm going to go with that. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
This is a great question. I never thought I would be on social media as much as I am right now. Why? Because again, I go back and I tell you, my parents always instilled in my brothers and I the importance of obtaining an education. That was from a very early age. So I've always been head in books in the education system. I had social media, but I was never on it as much as I am now. And here's the thing. God awakened me to understand my purpose for my life, which is to service people. So what that required as well was for me to step out more into social media to do so. Because how can you service people that would have been very selfish of me to just say, okay, I shut myself off from all social media and I'm only going to speak at live events. That doesn't make sense. That is very selfish. So here's the thing. You really have to step out. And if you're listening to this right now, and if you don't have a social media presence, you need to be out there on social media, especially if you have the skills and knowledge to serve God's people. You need to utilize those skills and that knowledge, because if you can help someone, do it. And don't wait. Do it now. Don't wait 20 years later, 30 years later. Do it now.
Oh, this is so sweet. Gigi, where are you located? I want to meet you. You know where? She's in Tampa area, and I'm excited because the next time I fly into Tampa, girlfriend, I'm calling you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It's been 10 months since I've been there to see my dad. He lives in Zephyr Hills. So I'm telling you, I will be calling you up, and I want to hug. I might have to hug you for Tammy, or Tammy's going to have to come out and hang out with me, but I think we can make that happen one day. I truly do. I truly do. Let's see. So, let's see. I've asked you so many questions, and you've done such a great job in answering all these. Oh, I know what I want to ask you. I'll just do. Here we go.
Ask away. I'm an open book.
You're pretty smart. What are some things you learned that you wish you learned a lot sooner? Oh, no, that's not the one I wanted to do. See, sometimes it's been a while. This is it. This
So
is it.
what are your favorite books that you highly recommend other people read?
Yes. Great question. And the
So,
main one,
whoops, let's see. So what would you recommend?
yes, the main book
Are
I
you
would tell
there?
you, yes, I'm here, is the Bible. The Bible.
Absolutely. Tammy says the three of us should meet up and have a big group hug. Absolutely. I'm down for that. I'm
I
down
love
for
it.
that. We got to believe that that's going to be happen. That it's going to happen someday for sure.
Oh, yes.
So we're going to be wrapping it up here soon. I've got my other little show to do, and you're a busy woman. But I'll tell you what, it's been an honor to have my newfound friend trust me enough to come on my show. I hope you felt comfortable, and I just did. You have anything last you wanted to say, beautiful?
Thank you. I wanted to let people know again to live from a place of love. When something like something negative happens in your life or a challenge happens in your life, you have a decision to make. So you need to self-reflect. Are you going to be a negative person? You're going to be a positive person. And are you going to live from a place of love? That's it.
I love it. I love it.
Yay, the show is over. You survived. Congratulations. I hope you had a great time.
And then
I want to thank you for being on my show. I hope you had a great time. I know I did. Thank you, love you, and God bless.
oh man, girl, I really have enjoyed having you here. You stay here real quick. Thank you guys for showing up. Thanks for participating. I'll have Gigi, when she gets a moment, put a link down to her book, and maybe if anybody's interested in a group that she has, reach out to me and I'll make sure to get you an invite there. So you guys have a good one. God bless. And I'll see you at Real Raw here in a little bit.